On December 2nd, 2024, What's the Deal reported Trump executed tariffs on behalf of world government for many reasons in this purposeful New World Order transition phase, shown here within the bullet points. One of them, for the context of this video, being to drive our allies further away from us, like Canada, as previously scripted and pre-planned behind closed doors at places like Davos and the World Economic Forum. And it looks like that it's finally kicked off, as Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, in a speech on Thursday, stated, quote, "The era of deep economic security and military ties with the United States is over," after President Donald Trump announced steep auto tariffs of 25% on imports into the United States. So because Trump executed pre-planned world government tariffs, Canada now has the possible pre-scripted excuse to abandon the U.S. as our empire continues down its collapse phase in this New World Order government transition. Oh, but wait, there's more. Trump is continuing to implement world government tariffs for this New World Order transition phase, as Trump is apparently planning another tariff blitz on the EU and Canada, saying, as scripted, of course, saying, quote, "If the EU works with Canada in order to do economic harm to the United States, large-scale tariffs far larger than currently planned will be placed on them both in order to protect the best friend that each of those two countries ever had," end quote. As I reported on December 2nd, 2024, this transition phase, including the tariff dog and pony show, is supposed to be made to look organic, with this tit-for-tat battle going on back and forth between countries and their leaders. Both the Eastern and Western power bloc royalty, leadership, insiders, club members, etc. are, of course, in on world government and this transition phase, and specifically in the context of this video, all playing their part in this tariff tax war phase. That What's the Deal has been the only one to report what the real underlying deal here has been, pun intended. I want to reiterate, driving our allies away from the United States was not the only reason world government tariffs were executed by Trump. It is to further continue shifting power from the Western power bloc to the Eastern power bloc, to start larger trade wars and cause further economic turmoil and imbalances, to give the world more reason to de-dollarize. It is to lower Americans' standard of living, and not just Americans, but those around the world who involve themselves in this world government transition phase in the tariff tax war. This is also part of the "you will own nothing and be happy" motto of the World Economic Forum. As a side note from a previous report I did, tariffs are not inflationary because tariffs are a tax. A tax that causes price fluctuations, aka higher prices or higher nominal prices to the upside. Inflation, since the definition of inflation since the mid-1800s has been, quote, "an increase of the money supply." An increase of the currency supply or money supply causes higher prices because of debasement of the currency. Tariffs, which are a tax, do not cause an expansion of the currency supply or debasement of the currency, so therefore it is not inflation. Only the Federal Reserve and banks can cause inflation, which is debasement of the currency or money supply, or an increase of the currency supply. There's a big difference between price fluctuations that are caused